7 back in the gun.
Lincoln Krieger takes the snap, 3rd and 7, looking, slings it left side. He's got his tight end. That's complete. They got the first down and then some.
Yeah, nice
as
pass
Trent
there.
Johnson, little dump off pass to the tight end. What is that? What would you call that? A tight end flat?
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully executed by the Patriots as they pick up another first down, brought to you by Greene's Plumbing and Heating. Those of you trying to find the Mohawk Columbus Grove game, they're still experiencing some technical difficulties over there. Just have some patience with us. We are working to get that online as soon as we possibly can, so just make sure you, like I said, just stay patient with us. We'll get that up and running, and if not...
Look at that option flip out. It's fumbled down.
That should be an incomplete pass.
That was an incomplete pass.
Was forward enough.
Almost like a shovel pass, but to the outside there.
Second down coming up.
That was intended for Lane Jackson.
I'll put the ball at the 47-yard line.
Now, it makes you wonder, was that pass intended to be thrown like that, or did he throw it because he had the pressure in his face right there?
Yeah. That's a good point, Greg.
If he's forced to throw it out early, he's saying, I'm sorry, Lane Jackson.
Patriots handoff. Schroeder off the left side. Breaks a couple of tackles. Still rolling forward.
Schroeder.
I tell you, I love me an offense that has like multiple moving parts, and you got to figure out who's taking the ball and where they're even going with it.
Yeah.
You see those men in motion before the play starts, and you're just like, uh-oh, what are they up to this time?
With a third down coming up for the Patriots at the 41.
And as a defensive player, you're gonna have to get your hands in there and either bull rush your way and shed blocks to get off of that, because these Patrick Henry Patriots, they're moving in such a fast way, Greg, that you got hat on a hat and then some as they continue to counter and trap.
This team just looks very polished in everything that they do here.
And a timeout called,
well,
by the Patriots.
I think there's a reason why they're so polished, Greg, is this timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. But the reason why they're so polished, Greg, we'll go into our STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Ink player spotlight for these Patrick Henry Patriots. It's because of good leadership. Coach Bill Enselman, you talk about a guy in his own league, literally, but in the conference play, NWOAL career win of 181. The NWOAL is also Ohio's oldest athletic conference and began play in 1926, and these Patriots, they've been running the gamut. 31 consecutive conference wins, 12 league titles, 8 consecutive league championships, and again, the feather in their cap ending this Chieftains campaign in 2023, looking to do it again here tonight.
They were the only
8:34 left in the first half.
They were the only loss for the Chieftains last year. And here they have the Chieftains undefeated once again at Donnell Stadium. I'm sure when the Chieftains moved up to Division 6 and saw that Patrick Henry did the same, they're like, are you kidding?
Come on now.
But hey, that's what you want. Iron sharpens iron. 3rd and 4. Krieger takes the snap, handoff. No, he fakes the handoff. He probably should have handed it off there. Because I'll tell you what,
that was a
everybody
first down.
fooled.
Mason Reinhart was not fooled by that at all. Shot into the backfield like a cannon.
It sure fooled me, and I thought to myself, I was like, man, look at that wide open first down I just walked into. And lo and behold, he didn't have the ball.
Well, again, after the turnover, these Chieftains on the next drive forcing a 4th down situation. And it looks like these Patriots are going to call off the Dogs here on the offensive side and punt.
It's going to play field position like Nate talked about. That's a big
It's
part
a
of the
high
game last
punt,
year.
fielded at the 12-yard line.
Got a man out the block in front of him.
And they bring it back to the 20-yard line.
And when you're
Nice return there.
When you're a good football team, Greg, again, that field position battle, that becomes an uphill battle for these Chieftains. As Patrick Henry, they're not going to give you an inch. Every yard is going to have to be earned here tonight in this slow, methodical game.
Yeah, they don't come off as the flashy kind of team. They're grind you down kind of team, make you work for it. That's a big part of that is the field position battle. How far do you have to go down the field? How much is that going to take out of you?
And can you last a full 48 minutes? We've seen what teams, when they get into deep water with Patrick Henry, what happens to them. It also happens against these Chieftains.
Brody Brickman on the return for the Chieftains brings it back to the 21. That's where they'll start out. Their third offensive possession here in the first half. Fake the handoff. And this time, Kellen Frankert going to run it forward. Was that Martinez? Actually, it was Martinez on the carry.
I'll tell you guys, for having 3 turnovers so far in this game between these teams, I'm surprised it's only a 7-0 ball game right now. Both these teams have been holding strong defensively.
Well, Hopewell-Loudon squad that have allowed 15 points in the past 5 games.
Yeah.
That's including 4 shutouts.
Now you see Kellen Frankert back in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes. Now looks over the middle, and it's picked off.
Oh,
intercepted by Schroeder at the 40. And he's got some blockers to the 20, and inside the 20, he's brought down there as Cal Schroeder once again.
Wow. I thought he was going to lose that one there for a second.
You talk about these Patrick Henry Patriots coming into Division 6 along with Hopewell-Loudon in this Region 22. Hopewell-Loudon, the higher seed, the number 1 seed against Patrick Henry, who comes in number 4 tonight. And normally your number 1 seed is always going to be the home team, but these Patrick Henry Patriots fans, they travel well, pal.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah, you can
absolutely.
hear it out
Tommy, I question where this run game is for the Chieftains here tonight. Averaging just under 1.5 yards a carry so far. We just really haven't seen them try to attack that Patrick Henry front. I know they're trailing, but it's only a 1-score game. I mean, with Kellen Frankert last week, he had 20 carries, 180 yards or something. I mean,
yeah, you can share. You can also share the love. You got some power. You got some power backs. Who else got in the action? Clymer last week as well. Kramer. He had a heck of a game. A Swiss Army knife of an offense these Chieftains have, but it has not been very sharp here in the first 24 minutes as Krieger gonna keep it and run it up.
All the way inside the 5 down to the 1-yard line. Lincoln Krieger carving up that defense so far.
And Patriots in striking distance again. Is there going to be a timeout called here?
Yeah, Hopewell had some confusion getting some guys on the field there.
Timeout's brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. This gives me some time to talk about our friends at Greene's Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Tonight's First Downs are brought to you by Greene's Plumbing, your trusted choice in Tiffin, Ohio for all things home comfort. From plumbing repairs to heating, cooling, and electrical needs, Greene's has been serving our community with quality you can count on for over 20 years. Call Greene's today for reliable, efficient, and friendly service. Greene's Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, keeping your home running right.
We might have to see what kind of sponsorship you worked out with them because I might need some service.
Then you say your heater was like blowing out way too much hot air, it's too warm?
Yeah.
I got it set at 68, it's at 78, what the heck?
Yeah, it was roasting in there.
Well, it's about that time of year, man. You turn those things on and everything goes haywire, so.
So it's always a good thing when your heat keeps blowing up.
Yeah. Great thing. First and goal at the 1. Chieftains.
And things are heating up for these Patriots as they look to tack on another score to extend this lead.
Chieftains with their backs against the wall here on first and goal. Shotgun formation. Tailback and a blocking back in the backfield. Krieger takes the snap, plunges in, touchdown.
There's just no stopping that.
They're just getting so much push up front, Tommy.
It's been bread and butter for these Patriots as another touchdown extends the lead for Patrick Henry. here in the Division 6 Region 22 Regional Semifinal. You're watching that live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, and we can't thank our Patriot fans for joining us on the broadcast as well.
We also want to thank our sponsors here after this extra point as Lincoln Krieger lines up. It's 13-0 Patriots. 5:47 left to play here in the first half. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And it's 14-0 Patrick Henry on top of the undefeated Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you live and paywall free here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Greene'S Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, REDLINE Lawn Care, CLOUSE Construction, SS Cleaning Services, TIELL Financial Group, FORTE Music, BASCOM Communications, First National Bank of Sycamore, VICEK Orthodontics, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, the Advertiser Tribune, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Wagner Floral Shop and Greenhouse, BASCOM Carryout, Mullins Entertainment, Dewald Family Farms, Mark and Andrea Ewald and Family, Landers Strength Syndicate, Art Lessons by Chelsea Mullins, and Fiesel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. I got to give a shout out to my buddy Jeff Fiesel. He hooked me up. He helped me out. Hoosmobile had a dead battery on Wednesday. I get out and I'm going to go out and drive around, try to get some sponsors, and yeah, it was dead. So I should have listened to Reineke on on Monday, but either way, once again, I got distracted there, Tom. Yeah. I'm looking at what's going on, but I got to give a shout out to Fiesels. They snuck me in, got me in time, got the Hoosmobile battery changed today. I dropped it off at 9 o'clock this morning, done at 10:45. And it's not an easy thing to change a battery in that car, I'm telling you. It's weird. And a kickoff return mishap, it was averted there as Brody Brickman bobbled the kickoff. Had to go out of bounds there, Tommy, to prevent a potential disaster. But once again, Chieftains got to start at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's when we'll start from the 19, and you talk about a game of numbers and percentages. Anytime you start a drive from behind the 20-yard line, that decreases your chances of scoring by 7%. And thus far, these Chieftains odds haven't favored them. You know, in some respects, you know, you're almost thankful for a two-possession lead because these Chieftains have turned the ball over on 3 times here tonight on 4 possessions.
Hand off to Martinez, left side, and he's got some running room up to the 26-yard line. And that's what we haven't seen a whole lot of here in the first half, Tommy, is that run game that's been so successful for these Chieftains all year long. I know Brian Calatrulio, he loves to pass the ball. You know, he's a guy that likes to spread the ball out, spread the defense out, pass the ball around. But here in this regional semi, this might be one of those times where you got to stick to what got you here, you know.
Well, for those looking for the Mohawk game, it seems like our Extreme crew is they got it on a little bit. They're doing the best they can here, but it is on and live right now. So
there you have it.
Check out our website, heartofohiosports.com, our YouTube, Heart of Ohio Sports Extreme.
Martinez sheds a few blockers, and on the second effort, able to stumble ahead enough to reset the chains. Now this drive's starting to come together. A little bit of life in these Chieftains here on this drive with 4:50 remaining here in the first half, Nate.
And these Chieftains, they got to find some momentum here before we go to the locker room. They got to get something going. Kellen Frankert takes the snap, keeps it, carries it forward, picks up 5 yards. Now this is what you want here, Tommy. You want more of this. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Put your offense in manageable 2nd and 3rd down situations. It opens up your playbook a little bit.
Now the Patrick Henry, they swap personnel. Normally you have that 3 down look, Greg, so you can help plug up some gaps and give that secondary some extra attention there in the backfield to defend against the pass. But now that these Chieftains are starting to cook with the run game, a little bit of swap of personnel, and the blocks are there.
Yeah.
He might get a little bit there
About 2
on the carry.
I just want to give a shout out real quick to our viewer, Barry Robinson. Appreciate all of his updates all the time, all of his comments, and him sharing the link to the other game for everybody to find the game that's been looking for.
He's a great fan. I'll tell you what, top fan, deserving of a top fan badge if we even have one.
Heart of Ohio Sports is built for the diehards.
That's right.
Like Mr. Robinson, and we can't thank him enough for all of his input over the past season that he's been viewing Heart of Ohio Sports.
Big third down here, guys. You got to keep this momentum going. You got to keep this drive going.
Frankert rolls to the right, slings it, incomplete.
Oh, wow. He's throwing some dangerous passes tonight, guys.
Boy, I don't know about that play. Like the defender just going straight for the knee of the receiver as opposed to trying to make a play on the ball. I just don't like that. There's a lot of groans from this sideline about that as well, because you just don't see that very often.
Well, Reed Krieger, he breaks that up. And now the Chieftains, after another defensive stand, forced to punt on the ensuing drive.
See if we can get a big boot behind this one and move the field position a little bit.
Frankert gets into that one. Fair catch called for and made at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Krieger has to return, man. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. That's number 12, Grant Schwab.
Couldn't stump the Schwab on that one. As they take the field at the 23-yard line.
You can tell it's been a long season when you've been working with me too much. You're just turning and burning them, huh?
Not pulling any punches tonight. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Patriots set to take over at their own 24-yard line. They lead 14-0 over the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you here. Greg Kinn up here in the press box with us. Eric Hall down on the sidelines. Austin Rodriguez on the main cam. 3 receivers set. Tight end on the left side of the formation. Patriots take the snap. Handoff. Schroeder cuts it back. He's into the open to the 40, to the 50, and he's drugged down from behind inside the 50, down to the 45-yard line.
Man, if he didn't stumble a little bit there at the end, he might have been gone, guys.
Lucas San Gregory comes up to make the tackle for the Chieftains.
And just like that, Patrick Henry flips the field. You see here on the CLOUSE Construction instant replay. Schroeder.
To see. Just look at that. Look at those
Just
blocks.
look at the blocks. Like that's the theme so far here tonight. You want to talk about keys to the game, brought to you by BASCOM Communications. For Patrick Henry, it's all in the trenches, and they've really dominated so far.
Sometimes when you run that 4-2 or that 4-6 look, you're leaving a lot of field on the other side.
Krieger
uncovered.
over the middle, tipped up, and
wow.
There was your bite at the apple defensively. A tipped ball in the backfield or in the
and you gotta
in the midfield.
So you got to take advantage of those plays, too, because like we're talking about, they're running a lot of run plays, a lot of bodies, a lot of blocking.
Yep.
So when they get out and they spread it open like that, that's your opportunity to get in there and take the ball away.
That's a great point, Greg. You got to take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves, especially, I mean, you're already trailing in the turnover battle 3-0. Can't make up ground when you don't make those plays. 2nd and 10. Krieger, handoff to Schroeder. Oh, huge blocks up the middle once again. Nobody touches him until he gets to the 20-yard line. Ball on the ground.
Uh-oh.
And once again,
wow.
Patriots dodge a bullet as it goes out of bounds. Boy, they put the ball on the ground 4 times in the first half. Every time they get it back.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Unreal.
When do you ever see that?
You're talking about the ball just bouncing exactly the right way.
When do you ever see that in a game?
And if you're Patrick Henry, you're either pulling or you're sending a man in motion and sending a blocking back against that 4-6 look. And again, you get a hat on on the other side of the field there. You got pursuit to the ball. And Schroeder, he's just going to leave you in the dust if you keep doing that.
Krieger, the ball carrier.
Again, with like 2 blockers there. The play before this, guys, was nice because they almost came out and they looked like they were going to throw again. And that handoff was so quick up the middle, I think they caught him sleeping with it.
Yeah, they really did. Very deceptive looks in the backfield for the Patriots.
2nd and 7. Clock continues to roll and a chance to take a hefty lead into the locker room if you're Patrick Henry.
Yeah, you aren't kidding. 3-score lead would be tremendous here.
Look at this look, Nate.
Blocking back on the left side, tailback on the right side. Krieger takes the snap, follows the blocking back to the left and into the end zone for the touchdown. Patriots on top now 20-0 with 1:23 left to play here in the first half. And these Patrick Henry Patriots, they packed a lunch today.
Yeah, domination throughout the first 24 minutes of action by the Patriots. Because again, they're not playing any Patriot games down there. Just
so it's like we talked about.
Unrelenting.
The blocking is just
It's
on
just
point.
unreal.
And
Like,
they're just walking behind their men
oh yeah.
right into the end zone there. Just powers his way right in.
and we haven't seen the Chieftains get pushed around like this all year. Like, they have been the bullies in every game that they've played except for this one.
Well, you got some great blockers to follow, but when you're 6'3", 200 pounds, you can also kind of call your shot there if you're Krieger.
That one's up and through, and it's 21-0.
Yeah.
Another touchdown brought to you by VICEK Orthodontics.
So it kind of reminds me of the Juggernaut from the X-Men comics, Tommy. You get those blockers out in front, get them some room, and that quarterback gets going. Good luck stopping.
No.
Let's go over the team stat breakdown brought to you by the Advertiser Tribune. As coming into this one, you talk about these. I didn't have stats for the Patrick Henry Patriots. I did, once again, try to email the athletic director, but didn't get a response. But the points allowed and the points per game scored for these teams very evenly matched.
Wow, yeah.
But you talk about the rush yards per game for this Chieftains team. That's what's missing here tonight, folks. That's where this Chieftains team is really, because you get those rush yards, you get control, you get momentum,
Yep.
you get those long sustained drives.
And
they don't have,
Yeah,
they wouldn't have a 21-0 lead at this
The
point.
problem is now that's the kind of ball game you play when you have the lead.
Yep.
Now you're down 3 scores. So
You can't play that game anymore.
that's out the window.
Absolutely. It dang well could have been a 27 or 28 or a 30-point lead here at the half had Patrick Henry been able to capitalize off of 2 of those other turnovers.
Yeah, that's a good point, Tommy.
So the Chieftains find themselves in a precarious position, and the more things change, the more they stay the same. An unenviable task for these Chieftains again from 1 year ago.
Return man brings it back to the 30-yard line. That's Braylon Martinez on the return. Gets it up to about the 32 before they bring him down there.
Let's see a comment from a fan here talking about multiple streams aren't very good over there in Pastoria, but we've heard that the internet is not very good over there in Pastoria, so that could be an issue for everybody that's streaming over there.
Yeah. And, you know, we do the best with what we can, folks, but when we go to a neutral site, there's so many variables. We had this problem last year. There's a lot of things that we just can't control when we go to these neutral sites. One of them is internet. There needs to be just, another pick, another interception as Jacoby Ellis throws his 3rd interception here in the first half.
Reed Krieger with the read.
With a minute left, guys, this is dangerous.
These Chieftains got to be thinking these are Freddie Kriegers over there.
No, it's a night.
It's a nightmare
at Donnell here.
at Donnell Stadium tonight. It's just not looking good.
Down Elm Street. Man. Yeah, very dangerous situation.
And when you're
in
That's
scoring
just a-
position here with a minute 6
And
left.
that's just traditional 4-3 zone coverage.
That's just reading the quarterback's eyes and watching what he's doing.
And,
They're anticipating very well in the back half of the defense.
and you guys know this as well as I do. Whenever a team is down by 3 scores, you can almost guarantee what they're going to be doing. So it's not that hard to figure out.
Krieger tries to dump it off to his running back out of the backfield, but it's incomplete, intended for Cal Schrader.
Now these Chieftains, your mindset just got to be getting out of the half here.
Schroeder. Is it Schroeder or Schrader? It looks like it could be either one. Now, he's had a heck of a first half here. Interception, couple touchdowns. One minute to play here in the first half. Get your 50-50. Second down. Schroeder slings it right side with his left hand.
You see the defender there pulled a little spin move on the end. I wonder if that caught his attention, and he said,
Yeah. It came out of his hand, and it looked like it might have just slipped out of his hand. I don't know what happened there. Didn't look good, but nevertheless.
What do you call that, Tommy? Planting taters?
Yeah, it looked like planting taters for sure. 56 seconds left here in the first half. 21-0 Patrick Henry. They have it.
Well, also, if you're Krieger
25
and you got a lead, you're not going to try to keep everything manageable. You don't want to give that too much spice and give the Chieftains any chance at it. So, I mean, you're going to play with what's safe.
That's a great point, Tommy.
21-0 Columbus Grove.
Timeout. Timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Greene'S Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, REDLINE Lawn Care, CLOUSE Construction, SS Cleaning Services, TIELL Financial Group, FORTE Music, BASCOM Communications, First National Bank of Sycamore, VICEK Orthodontics, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, The Advertiser Tribune, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse, BASCOM Carryout, Mullins Entertainment, Dewald Family Farms, Mark and Andrea Ewald and Family, Landers Strength Syndicate, Art Lessons by Chelsea Mullins, and Fiesel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Come out of that First National Bank Sycamore timeout with a 3rd and 10. Patriots have it at the Chieftains 25. Lincoln Krieger in the shotgun takes the snap. Hand off to Schroeder, runs into the back of one of his blockers, and still has his legs churning. Forward progress stopped at the 21.
That one quickly could have been disastrous, as Schroeder looked like he was getting a head of steam and was kind of just stopped there off the second contact.
So the Patriots going to take a timeout here with 44 seconds left.
How good you kicker?
I don't think they're thinking field goal at all here. Absolutely not. No, they're calling a timeout because they're trying to punch this one into the end zone. They're drawing up a play right now.
Yeah, turnover, hit the wrong thing.
Game day updates are brought to you by SS Cleaning Services, owned by Tiffin native and proud Hopewell-Loudon alum Shelby Sauber. They've been a trusted, bonded, and insured cleaning provider in our community for 6 years. As members of both the Seneca County and Hancock County Chambers of Commerce, they serve reputable companies and businesses all across Tiffin, Findlay, Fremont, Fostoria, and the surrounding areas. While they do specialize in commercialized cleaning, residential clients can enjoy a 10% discount with their exclusive discount card. For more details or to book, reach out to SS Cleaning Services on Facebook or call, text 419-618-6635. Once again, game day update brought to you by SS Cleaning Services, as currently Mohawk trailing Columbus Grove 21-0. That game in the second quarter. You can find that one over on the Xstream, heartofohiosports.com. We do have that one live right now. Lincoln Krieger slings it left side, all by himself. Cal Schroeder.
Unreal.
Nobody there. And it's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's almost a backbreaker going into the locker room. 28 seconds here in the first half.
I mean, you can call all the timeouts you want, but what exactly did you draw up there to get them wide open? Like, you had to have seen something.
I mean, you made no shift to your defense. You've left the left side of the field uncovered the entire night. You've ran heavy 6 over on the other side of the field.
Well, they run into they're loading up the strong side and just leaving that weak side wide open. They leave one defender on the weak side to cover the guy out of the backfield, and sometimes he's just not in position to make that play. But that's another back-breaking touchdown by the Patriots off a turnover. And that's now 21 points off turnovers here tonight, Tommy. 39 seconds left here in the first half. Patriots lead 28-0 here over the number 1 seed Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains.
I feel like I'm back in the early 2000s and the Patriots dynasty's just running wild right now.
Again, I don't think these Patrick Henry Patriots that they've ever won anywhere. They've always been a playoff perennial. They've always been, again, just real tough. their coach, Bill Inselman. You know, he led this team to greatness for over a decade, took a little bit of reprieve, and then took the program back over, and it's just been on a tear ever since. And again, you know, they don't make coaches like Coach Bill Inselman every day. He's definitely left a legacy.
Sometimes you're just too good at something to actually walk away from it. You got to come back, you know?
The thirst always wins. Now these Chieftains, just 39 seconds remaining here in the first half, chasing a 28-point lead here in the Division 6 Region 22 regional semifinal. Martinez will return it. He's got a little bit of room. Got a little bit of room to work with.
Not a bad return at all there. Almost back to the 40.
Yeah, they'll start this from about 37. From the 36-yard line.
Another game day update for you, brought to you by SS Cleaning Services. Perkins leading Napoleon 21-14 in the second quarter. Also another local game for us. Ontario leading Shelby 13-6 in the second quarter. Bodpin Miller.
Old Ontario, we got to see them last year.
Yeah,
Hey, quite a few fans from Ontario that joined on like this.
Yeah. Ellis with the handoff. Kellen Franker on the carry. And Kellen Franker has it up near the first down marker to the 45-yard line. I'm not saying you can't throw it, because obviously you got to be able to throw the ball, but I just feel like that's been missing so much here in the first half. When they get a running game going, it just seems like as soon as they get any kind of momentum going, they have a turnover.
And I think Chieftains are just going to take this one into the locker room.
Yeah. That'll be the end of the first half. Patriots all over the Chieftains, 28-0. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll have our halftime marching band performance coming up next. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
From the game to online, BASCOM Communications has you covered. Since 1906, BASCOM Communications has been here for you. Because we're not just serving your community, we're part of it. Trust your local cooperative for fast, reliable fiber internet. Connect with us today and experience the difference of local, dependable service that's built for you. BASCOM Communications, your neighbor, your network. Contact us at BASCOM Communications for more information.
Experience the ultimate luxury treatment at Relax and Revive Salon and Spa. At Tiffin's largest salon and spa, we offer a full array of services to help you look and feel your best. From hair and nails to massages and skincare, we also accommodate groups and are the perfect place for bridal parties, girl days, and even date night. Everyone needs a little R&R. Enjoy some self-care at Relax and Revive Salon and Spa.
Want to take your marketing plan to the next level? Let's talk. Shoot us an email at hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Next up is a song picked by the band members as one of their top songs to play in the stands. Listed as number 213th in Rolling Stone magazine's top 500 songs of all song recorded by Pitbull and John Ryan peaked at number 23 and was our representation of fire. Enjoy our performance of Fireball.
Hopefully we have better luck tonight because I don't see any chicken wire between the band and the crowd tonight. Give me some love.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities. We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Welcome back to Donnell Stadium, the site of tonight's Region 22 Division 6 semifinal between the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains and the Patrick Henry Patriots. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Tommy Hall, the Wizard, Greg Kinn on the ones and twos, making us look good. Austin Rodriguez on the overhead camera, and Eric Hall down on the sidelines. We want to thank our halftime show marching band performance sponsor, Forte Music, for allowing us to bring that marching band performance to you during halftime. 28-0 is the score as the Patriots get set to start the second half. Tommy, it is now time for everyone's favorite segment. The wise words of Nostradamus.
Yo, it's definitely a bleak future if you're the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains. You just have 66 yards of total offense compared to Patrick Henry's 199 yards. And then when you go into the kind of the stat lines of that with Lincoln Krieger and Cal Schroeder in this first half for Patrick Henry, each of them getting 85 yards just from that first half of action. 28-0 lead, and you don't need to beat Nostradamus to kind of know that that might spell disaster if Hopewell-Loudon doesn't wake up here in this second half. But I got to believe that Coach Inselman, he's got this Patrick Henry squad cooking. These Patrick Henry Patriots, they playing like they've been here before, and sometimes that experience wins out over talent every time.
I'll tell you what, Tommy, I went down and I didn't know they had a bathroom up here in the press box. This is how nice these facilities are here. But I went down to use the restroom with the common folk, and I heard the roar from the locker room as I walked down the steps from that Patrick Henry locker room. Let me tell you, Tommy, if they had locker rooms near each other, that's something that probably would have intimidated me if I'm on the other team. Just hearing how pumped they were coming into that locker room, coming out of halftime. I mean, whew, they are rolling with a lot of momentum here, partner.
And again, that last second touchdown right before we went to the half. I mean, again, you got one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel if you're the Chieftains here in the second half. If you want to continue your season, you got to bring the paddles out, and you got to bring them out quick.
That's absolutely right, partner. There's the wise words of Nostradamus as we get set to start this second half. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you live and paywall free right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. We'd like to thank XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Greene'S Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, REDLINE Lawn Care, CLOUSE Construction, SS Cleaning Services, TIELL Financial Group, FORTE Music, BASCOM Communications, First National Bank of Sycamore, VICEK Orthodontics, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, the Advertiser Tribune, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse, BASCOM Carryout, Mullins Entertainment, Dewald Family Farms, Mark and Andrea Ewald and Family, Landers Strength Syndicate, Art Lessons by Chelsea Mullins, and Fiesel's Frame and Collision. We are just about set to start this second half of action. You heard the wise words of Nostradamus. We've thanked our sponsors, and now it's time to start the second half of football. And Tommy, you went through the stats there, but that stat sheet doesn't really tell the whole story, because a lot of these Patriots have taken the ball so many times on short field situations and capitalized on those situations. There's only one time they didn't. But, I mean, for the most part...
Yeah, they maybe only have had 200 yards to gain there in the first half.
That's what I'm saying. The stat sheet really doesn't tell the whole story of how dominant this Patriots team has been in the first half. And the Chieftains just got to wake up and play their ball game. I think they came into this one, I don't know if they were intimidated. I can't say that. I don't think they were. I think they felt confident coming into this game. I just think they got shook there in that first quarter, letting up that scoring drive to start the game, kind of shook them a little bit, and then the quick 3 and out, they weren't able to get anything going offensively.
Well, you talk about iron sharpens iron, Nate. Well, maybe one team's just a little sharper than the other. Somebody's got to be sharper, right?
That's a good point, Greg.
Well, you knew this offense by the Patriots were going to grind on you, and your defense has kind of schemed that way as the second half is underway as Krieger boots this one. It takes a skip and a jump off the turf here at Donnell Stadium as Martinez on the return.
Finds some room to the 50, and he could go all the way. 15, 10, 5, and touchdown, Hopewell-Loudon.
Wow.
Braylon Martinez takes the opening kickoff in the third quarter all the way into the end zone for a Chieftains touchdown.
Well, the keys to the second half here, Nate, you want to cut away at that deficit slowly but surely, and quick as a hiccup. Martinez on the return there. You see the CLOUSE construction replay. Ooh. Martinez.
Boy, Kiefer Holloway nearly truck him down from behind there.
Talk about a foot race there. Wow.
Chieftains on to attempt the extra point.
As Rampage Jackson says, you got to do your sprints.
Wade Crease lining up, and he boots that one through. And now it's a 3-score game. And quickly is exactly how they needed to score, Tommy, if they started this second half. And that's exactly what Braylon Martinez did. Great blocking on the return. And what a way to start the second half for the Chieftains. Now, they need some big stops defensively here, Tommy. They need a big stop on this next possession.
Well, you brought the paddles out like we talked about at the top of the halftime show. Here on this drive, this opening kickoff. But man, you're still on life support. The defense has to come alive on this series and get your offense the ball back.
So 13 seconds is all it took for Braylon Martinez to reverse the tide and give the Chieftains sideline some energy. Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as, boy, I tell you what, that had to be a heck of a shift in the energy down there.
Oh, yeah. These guys are pumped for Braylon down here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, how do we keep this momentum going, too? They're going to need it in the second half.
I do want to check in with you here. We'll keep it with you, Eric. Number 72, Aiden Ewald. I seen he went down with an injury in the first half. He's down there. You got an update on him right now?
Yeah, when he went down, he already had his right ankle heavily taped. They tried to tape it some more. He couldn't put any more weight on it, and he's on crutches now.
And a fumble on the kickoff return, but they get it back and able to fall forward to the 20-yard line, but that's it. And that's how you want to start right there.
Well, you definitely want Uncle Mo to join you on the sideline, just like we'll join the Patriots on their opening drive of the second half. After some fireworks to start the second half here, Nate, from Donnell Stadium here in this Division 6 Region 22 regional semifinal. Chieftains with a return to cut away at this huge deficit as they came out of the locker room chasing a 28-point lead.
Patriots with over 160 yards on the ground in the first half.
Close formation again where they got the two blockers out in front.
This time Krieger is met at the 21 and driven backwards by a horde of Chieftains.
Maybe they did some adjustments at halftime, to try to counter that, because that has been working all first half.
A little jawing going on between the quarterback and the Chieftains there. I don't think he liked the way he was tackled there, but just a yard gain on the play.
You're not gonna get a lot of pleasantries when you're 6'3" and 200 pounds.
That's a great point.
You're gonna have guys going for your pins.
Krieger, quarterback keeper, left side. Strings it out. Defense comes up to make the stop, and a flag flies in at the end of the play. This could be holding. We'll see what the call is, but that looks like it should be the call.
I thought it was odd that the one offensive lineman kind of dove on the ground right when the play started.
That's what they do, though. That's cut block.
Yeah.
And I can't stand that. I really wish that was outlawed from the game. It's like the worst way to block somebody.
I know at some level, when we taught in the youth level, I'm pretty sure that was.
And I know there's probably some coaches out there saying, this guy doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. Like, oh, you can't outlaw cut blocks. You probably should, honestly, because that's what leads to a lot of high ankle sprains, a lot of ankle problems, a lot of knee problems for these defensive linemen. And it's just, you can't do it when you're double teamed on somebody, but you can do it when you're single. But it's just, there's a gray area there, Yeah,
there is a technique they teach you to a rolling cut block, but it still doesn't make it any easier on you.
Yeah.
Especially when you're just cutting away.
2nd and 19 after the penalty.
It's a big time penalty there.
Krieger, back to pass. No, he's going to take off and run with it. He's hit. He gets through the initial contact and gets it back to about the original line of scrimmage. Picks up 10 on the play.
Just showing you right there why he's so dangerous. He drops back to pass and everybody goes, oh, and then he takes off and runs, and then you got to chase him down.
The versatility there.
Yeah, the Lincoln Log, just 6'3", huge, timbering man. As he'll, again, he falls forward, Greg, he'll get you 3 yards.
And a 3rd and long coming up here for the Patriots.
Call a timeout here.
I think they're going to have to call a timeout. It's going to be, yeah. Play clock runs down to 1. They take a timeout. So first timeout taken here in the second half. Brought to you by Greene'S Plumbing and Heating. By First National Bank of Sycamore on this 3rd down coming up here. Let's tell you about our friends at Forte Music. Tonight's marching band performance was brought to you by Forte Music. Discover your passion for music at Forte Music in Tiffin. Whether you're looking for lessons, instruments, or accessories, Forte Music offers everything you need to take your sound to the next level. From beginners to experienced musicians, they've got you covered with expert guidance and quality gear. Forte Music, where the music lives.
Taking a timeout here on this 3rd down. I think the Patriots maybe need to think this one over because the momentum has shifted so much, and they found themselves in a situation here where they're like, we're all the way back in our own end of the field in 3rd and long. Right now.
I don't think you do anything too dangerous here, Nate, Greggy, especially with the lead that you already have, 3-score lead. I think here on 3rd and 10, you're mainly looking to put yourself in a better situation. If it's there, you might be able to convert, but punting on 4th and 3 or something like that is a lot less daunting than punting from the 21.
We haven't seen their punt unit here tonight. They went for it every time on 4th down. 3rd and 10. Krieger in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, looking to pass. Slings it over the middle, and it's picked off! Intercepted by the Chieftains! To the 30, to the 25, and down to the 20-yard line.
I just said you don't want to get too cute here.
Eli Benner on the interception.
You had just said, don't get dangerous here.
You got to question the decision-making there. You've been rolling on the ground all day. Your quarterback really hasn't had a very strong start to this game. Keep it on the ground. Keep that momentum rolling.
Yeah, you either kind of do a quick pitch out or you do some kind of safe type of run where you can get some of that back. And if you don't convert, you're in a safe situation to punt this one away. Now you've just given the Chieftains the ball back
and you're
after
giving them
scoring
life.
a touchdown. Now points off turnovers. This is where the difference is made up in games where teams fall behind.
Martinez out of the Wildcat, trying to find the edge, but he's brought down from behind.
Just met.
Nice play in the backfield by Grant Smith. Not that Grant Smith. And he still wears number 5.
And Jaden punches. He comes in there for a little jab as well.
Hey, now that'll get you kicked out of the game. Or better not be punches.
No jabs, even though it is after 8 o'clock. I'm sure there's some jabs going on Netflix. But a 2nd down and 11. They move the ball outside the Benchwarmers red zone now. Ellis steps up, pressure, throws it away, and it's picked off again. Another interception. And this time, Patriots still on his feet. Punches down the sideline. They're going to say he stepped out.
And that was just a bad read by the quarterback there. You waited too long. Your options were limited. They had you covered. They tried to throw it away, but he's just waiting for you, hawking on the sideline there.
It's just not a very well thrown ball at all.
Then he even rolls out of the pocket.
Yeah, I just don't even know where he was throwing that, honestly. That's the 4th interception now by Ellis.
Wow, I tell you what, I'm not sure that he stepped out.
I don't think he did. Yeah, I don't think he did. I don't think he stepped out there.
Whew.
They got lucky. Because now the Patriots take over at their own 39. Chieftains got an interception last time. This time, let's see what the Patriots do with the ball.
Well, when you get your 5th turnover, I don't know how much luck has to do with it.
Right. Krieger up the middle.
My goodness.
40, 30, down to the 25-yard line is Lincoln Krieger.
And that's where Krieger and the Patriots, they can kind of quiet down this side of the stadium.
And this one's been
That's
a roller
2 massive blows in 2 plays. And that was the one thing, again, the Chieftains got on the board due to an interception or due to a kickoff return. Here in this second half, we've yet to see the Chieftains be able to do anything offensively but turn the ball over.
Yeah, this entire game, they have not been able to put points on the board offensively. So you still have that mountain to climb.
That was Ellis's 4th interception of the game.
Franker, he was 0 for 2 with 1 interception.
He's 2 for 6 in the game, but technically he's 6 for 6 if you count the 4 he threw to the other team.
Would you knock it off NCAA commentators?
I'm sorry, I play that game way too much.
You threw a touchdown last time. I was just to the wrong team.
2nd and 8 coming up for the Patriots at the 24-yard line.
This is a drive where, again, you can just wear on the Chieftains. Don't get out of your comfort zone. Go with what's working and tack onto your lead. You were bailed out there.
I formation. Krieger handoff. And this time, ball carrier wrapped up after just getting back to the line of scrimmage.
The whole play looked like it was in slow motion.
Yeah, it did.
See, Barry Robinson says Mohawks put up a score here.
That's 21-7 now. There's another score update. Game day updates brought to you by SS Cleaning Services.
21-7 says Barry Robinson.
21-7, Columbus Grove on top of Mohawk. It's good to see the Warriors
I mean, it's not a
get some points there.
Yeah, that game's not out of reach by any means.
2-score game in the second half. Absolutely not.
That's where Mohawk does some of their best work.
3rd and 7, ball drops on the ground. Krieger able to get back on top of it.
I think we got a flag that came in.
No, that was the fumble.
Yep. They
the
always
turnover marker. They used to be blue beanbags. Now they're orange little, I don't even know. They look like fidget spinners.
Yeah, I just seen it flying on the bottom of the camera shot, and I was like, wait a minute.
They fooled me for the first year or two. They started doing that.
So another fumble there from Patrick
Yeah, I was going to say, for as many times as Patrick Henry has had a loose grip on the ball, man, what a head on a swivel this Krieger has had to be able to come back with it
Yeah, they put the ball on the ground probably 4 or 5 times, and every time they get it back.
But 4th and 7 now. Huge money down if you're the Chieftains.
Watch the running back out of the backfield here, or the tight end leak on the left flat here. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter.
He's gonna come across.
Option to the running back to the outside. He's got the first, and he's down to the 10-yard line. Cal Schroeder.
Schrader just on that one. Closing in on 100 yards here.
So Lipsick beating St. John's. We got another update from a fan.
There you go.
Tommy, you said St. John's was going to burn everybody's seasons down.
I thought they were going to put a match to everybody's season.
They were rolling with house money for the last few weeks, that's for sure.
Uh-huh. Well, so is the Warriors, honestly, if you really think about it, man.
And you see a lot of these teams in the playoff perennials, we call them. Patrick Henry, Lepsick.
Krieger, quarterback keeper, gains about a yard. 1st and goal turns into 2nd and goal at the 9. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And man, those bites at the apple are becoming less and less as you had Patrick Henry on a 4th and 7 situation, and you allowed them to breathe new life into this drive. But the worst thing is that clock continues to roll, and it works against you as those opportunities become fewer and fewer as this one winds down.
28-7, Patrick Henry. Lincoln Krieger under center in an I formation. Fakes the handoff, going to keep it, and he's got a wide open lane into the end zone for the touchdown.
Faked me out. I didn't even know he had the ball. Wow.
Beautiful ball fake by the senior quarterback as he put the left hand into the gut and tucked it with the right hand right into the end zone.
I think that's something that's just very undervalued in the game, is how well you sell those fakes.
That's right. A touchdown brought to you by VICEK Orthodontics.
Yeah, I totally thought he handed it.
I'm telling you what, this Lincoln Krieger, he's definitely had himself a tremendous campaign. He's definitely one of the best quarterbacks that I've got to cover this year so far.
3-star D1, getting some D1 looks at the next level right now. Tommy as a linebacker.
I say so far. I mean, this Krieger's going to put me out of work.
That touchdown was brought to you by VICEK Orthodontics, where they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. VICEK and the team use the latest technologies to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud of. Schedule your consultation with VICEK Orthodontics today, where they bring out the best in every smile. 4:36 left to play here in the third quarter. Chieftains started out with some momentum with the kickoff return for a touchdown by Braylon Martinez here in the second half. And then they got the interception inside Patrick Henry territory.
It was looking real hot for a minute.
But then they throw their own interception and just the Patriots just, I mean, absolutely marched down the field.
They were brought back to earth down faster than a SpaceX rocket, man.
Nobody there to catch him. Eric Hall down on the sidelines. We'll check in with him after the kickoff here. Squib kick. Fielded at the 15-yard line. Martinez on the return once again, trying to find some run room. And he's up to the 34. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Eric, what's the vibe down there, man? What's going on?
Yeah, after that interception, they following the touchdown, man, there was so much energy on the sideline, and it was just like the air out of a balloon after they threw their own interception there. It's been rough sailing since.
What about the coaches? How are the coaches down there on the sideline? What's the energy with the coaches? What's the message right now? You hearing anything?
They're staying pretty consistent. They're staying stern. They're on their guys, but I mean, they're not letting up. They're not acting like this is any 28. 35-7. They're not acting like they're down. They're just playing their game plan right now, I guess.
There you have it.
See, Barry Robinson commented here. Looks like Columbus Groves put up another score, 28-7 now. Mohawk.
The score update from SS Cleaning Services as Mohawk now trailing by 21 once again. It's 28-7. Columbus Grove on top of the Warriors. That game over on the X stream. You can find that on heartofohiosports.com. Click on the Watch Live tab. They're still having some issues over there with some equipment, but they do have it live.
You did a nice little interview with the running back there from Columbus Grove.
Yeah, he's a great kid. Great young man. Kellen Frankert on the carry.
Oh, it's the wall.
Stood up.
And he's not going to get a whole lot of running room there.
But yeah, during that interview, I was going to say they were feeling pretty confident that Columbus Grove was going to move on here.
That was his quote. He said, we're moving on. We're going to be playing next week. So that was his message to the Bulldog Nation was, hey, we'll be playing next week. Don't worry about it. And that'll be their, if they are to move on, that would be their third straight regional final. They're looking for their third straight regional championship.
Kevian Kreider with a huge stop to bring up 3rd and 5. It's a rough Kreider.
3rd and 5.
Gotta convert
Ellis rolls to the right.
Oh, my God.
Tipped up into the air, and it's nearly intercepted again, but 3rd and 5 turns into 4th and 5.
Wow.
From here to eternity when you're trying to fan out, especially along the sideline there.
And they're going to bring the punt unit out here.
Yeah, you had that from the left hash.
The Chieftains seemingly throwing up the white flag here with the 4th down and 5 situation, deciding, hey, we don't want to give the ball back to him here at the 39-yard line.
They know how quickly the Patriots can score, and if you give them a short field, they're going to have another 7 on the board.
Kellen Frankert gets the punt away, hits at the 33, and it takes a Chieftains roll down to the 25-yard line. 2:50 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Tell you about our friends at TIELL Financial Group. All sacks tonight brought to you by TIELL Financial Group, helping you plan for a brighter future. Whether it's retirement planning, investment strategies, or life insurance, TIELL Financial Group has the expertise to help you make the most of your hard-earned money. TIELL Financial Group, your future, your plan, your confidence.
I figure I'd give them a little love here since we haven't had a sack yet with both these lines being so great.
I know. Excellent offensive line play, especially these Patriots have just dominated up front here tonight.
Fake.
Chieftain said, oh, well, hold on a minute here. Stand him up there on that one.
And what that disguise look does, Greg, is even when you got a high-powered offense that can wear on you like that, with a disguise run, it's an unenviable task because if it's coming your way, good luck stopping it. But if it's not coming your way, you still got to catch it, and it can burn you for a huge gain that also will put you in a better chance to move the sticks. And that's what you're doing here at this juncture of the game. You're not so much playing not to lose. You're definitely playing to win. But you're